How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another race breakdown. We are doing a one-lap preview of the Nccx Dix Park. This is Raleigh stop number 2. Let's jump into it. We're doing the Cat 4 race today. I catch a good pedal, clip in really fast, pump out the watts on this long pavement straightaway as we enter the first lap. Good bit of riders with us today. I want to say there was like anywhere from like 25 to 30, which is a good turnout for here in the Carolinas for the Nccx series. Finish up the opening of the course, sweep left into the grass. Make sure you follow the tape. Do not follow these burned-in lines. Those are from the Thursday night cross skills courses that the NC State team does here in Raleigh. So when the cyclocross series, the Nccx, comes to town, they burn in some different lines and set up the course a little bit differently than what they do on the practice nights. Check the rear cam, got a pretty good gap so far. Really trying to stay on the power of this first lap, as you always want to try and establish the biggest gap as you can. I was feeling okay on this day. Nothing, not super fresh, but not really worn down. It's kind of hard to capture, but the course is extremely bumpy as we make our way to the first set of barriers, jump off, remount, and find the pedals quickly. Yeah, it's a ton of like ruts and gopher holes and just different transitions that like made the course really rough. Hey, cameraman. No harm, no foul. We're going to keep rolling here. He was just trying to capture some stuff and didn't realize he was on course. Check the rear cam. The gap got a little bit bigger right here too. I'm not sure if some of the riders behind me had a little bit of like a mechanical or a dab or something to kind of slow them down. But I'm heads down, going straight forward through these W's. Really fast section of the course as we come through this little just dump section of sand. Now we jump onto some single track. A little bit of rutted out corner right there. Nothing really to worry too much about, especially later in the day. It dries out right there. This is the probably the perfect amount of single track for a cyclocross course, in my opinion. Really flowy, not too many roots. A little bit of pine straw through that turn right there, and then as we're going to drop down in to a little bit as we finish up the single track right here. Hard to capture on the camera, but it's pretty fluffy and a bunch of leaves right through here. All right, now we are approaching from another set of stairs. I forget what type of stairs these are called. Let me know in the comments if you know what these are called. As we drop down in, here they come right here. I dismount. You could definitely ride these. They were spread out just far enough to where you could ride them. I did not want to puncture a tire and just kind of ruin my race, so I chose to run them the entire race. Jump on the bike, really fast right-hand corner right here. But again, you can see the camera shaking and stuff like that. It's really rutted as we do some transitions off of the grass, over the pavement, back onto the grass. And it made it really hard to keep a lot of momentum and like ride smooth. I felt like you were just like slogging over the pedals to try and just like keep power down. Sweep left right here. There's kind of two lines, an upper and a lower line that you can kind of hit. I would say both are probably about the same speed. I chose to do the kind of the middle section right there. More transitions up and down, little kickers and gullies. Sweeping through a section of worn out asphalt down and left as we're going to drop into what I consider the backside of the course. This is a fun little drop right here. Find the rut in the worn in section, just rip it through this. Really fun. But again, really rough, so hard to keep momentum. Drop down again, another asphalt transition. Definitely want to be careful on the asphalt transitions. You can definitely go down if you're not careful. Really fun sweeping right-hander right there. You really kind of just lay off the brakes and let the elevation slow you down. As we sweep left onto the pavement, and we're we're going to go into the backside of the course right here. Check the rear cam. Some of the riders are finally catching up to me. All these corners right here in the backside of the course are really fluffy or loose, whether it's due to just the dirt or leaves in this area of the course. Big hole right there. You could either ride down in that hole or you could go to the left of it like I did. I didn't really see any reason to go down in there. No one in my race did that from what I could see, but maybe some guys in the elite race did. This part of the course is the first lap was definitely the best run through this section for me. I was losing a ton of time through this fluffy corners and I was being a little bit ginger, making sure I wasn't going to go down. I didn't want to fall right there and lose a bunch of time just because I was being a little bit too aggressive. Transition back onto some more asphalt and then quickly back onto the dirt. Again, be careful on some of these transitions. Make sure you're lifting the front wheel up. Don't want to buckle your shoulders or your elbows in because you hit those things too hard. Fun, sweeping, flowy corners through here. Super fun. Just want to be careful on the fluffy stuff. Now you can see I've been caught by some riders in the rear cam. Just trying to gauge my effort through this section of the course. Drop down onto some more pavement, quickly back onto the dirt. Really enjoyed this course. They packed in a lot of features and twists and turns into what's really not that large of an area that we actually get to use for the course. Dix Park is a really nice, beautiful park, but we're not allowed to race on the majority of it. So I believe this section that we're actually getting to race on is owned by NC State. And I believe they also run a crit around this little section as well, the Rogue State crit. So if you're interested in that, I'm sure there's a couple crit videos up on YouTube as well if you want to check those out. Long uphill drag of pavement right here. Pretty rough. Transition back onto the grass, and it's a long, kind of a drop into the left right here, and then you're back on the pedals, and it's a long straight of just grass riding. Sweep right, kind of find and search for the easiest line. Hit some of these trenches, these rollers right here, back onto some dirty pavement. This part of the course was really tough. These rollers and little gullies just made you feel like you were just working your butt off to get any type of speed. Sweep down left. I was using this lower line. It just seemed like the grass was a little bit lower and you could get a little bit more speed in the upper line and just sweep back up to the top. We're getting close to finishing up the first lap, guys. This was a really fun section. There's like these little mounds of these rollers that you can kind of like come to the left of them and like abort them. You don't have to hit those little rollers, those little whoops. And as we drop in for the last right-hander before we hit the start-finish line, there's a hidden little gully right there that you kind of, I wish it wasn't there. You could just really rip that corner. It'd make it a lot funner. And then we just jump back onto the start-finish line straight away. All right, guys, there is a lap preview of the Dix Park 2024. Again, Raleigh stop number 2. Really fun race. Ended up coming away third on this one. Some of the guys behind me, this Velocious rider in the rear cam, it was a really fun battle. I wish I had the entire footage from the GoPro, but unfortunately, after this first lap, it dies shortly after that. So no full race breakdown for you guys to watch later on. But either way, we have a couple more races before the season is over, so excited to share those with you. Appreciate y'all watching.